So the next two stretches that I'm going to be talking about are the hip flexor and inner thigh or groin stretch while standing up. And if you feel a little bit imbalanced and not quite comfortable, you can definitely hold on to a wall, a chair, or something nearby in order to support you while you're stretching. So the first one, the standing hip flexor stretch. You start feet about shoulder width apart, and then you move the foot back, like so. And so you're keeping, so that one of the most important parts is you keep your abs engaged, just like you're doing a plank. And so the abs are engaged, and you're also going to be contracting the glute on the side of the leg that you're stretching. So that'd be the right one here. Okay? So posture is upright, leg is back, the front foot stays flat, keeping your heel on the ground, and we're stretching out right here. Okay, supporting, holding, stretching. To deepen the stretch, keep the leg extended and just shifting forward ever so slightly. And like I said, you can find something nearby to hold on to while stretching. So the second stretch is the groin stretch, inner thigh stretch. It's one of my favorite because it's a very neglected area. The inner thighs, if you think about it, all those muscles come up and in and attach to the pelvis as well as your lower back, all the vertebrae down there. And so if those get super tight, they start rotating your femur and start pulling your pelvis in odd directions, forward, sideways, and sometimes in different directions. And so that can be the origin of a lot of your back pain, your hip pain, even your knee pain, because as I explained in the handout, the chain link effect, if your hips are out of line, your knees are going to be affected, as well as your upper back and your neck. So it's just your feet apart. So make sure that your feet remain flat. A lot of times if you're shifting side to side, the tendency is to lift your heel. So keep your heels flat and your feet wide enough apart. So if we're here and we're going to shift, transferring the weight, and we're targeting the inner thighs here. Good. Holding for about 15 seconds. And of course, as time permits, you can extend the amount of time in which you hold both of those stretches. But definitely two very essential stretches that I'm going to talk about, or that I had talked about while on site. And so the hip flexor and inner thighs, or the groin stretch, very important. And I highly recommend doing them on a regular basis every single day, all day long really, as your legs start to feel a little tighter.